There was this exam that I wrote once. Well, not actually once, but 4 times. I can vividly remember the hope my younger self had every time she sat for that exam. Every time, with her soul a bit withered, but her aspirations on a whole new level. These days, I think about her every now and then and cry a little. Though I still can't figure out the reason I shed those tears for. Is it because I pity the effort she had put into something that never gave her what she longed for? Or is it because of the constant guilt I carry for not performing up to my expectations? Guilt that I could have done better. It's a question that still lingers unanswered. Now it's been almost 2 years since I gave up on that dream of mine and settled with what was available. But I think I hold a grudge, a resentment of some sort. Against whom? I don't know. After giving more than 4 years to that exam, I have come to realize that the exam didn't just cost me the 4 years of my youth. It costed me pieces of myself. It had not just sucked the energy out of me, but also the light, the spark I used to carry in my eyes. It had stripped me of my confidence. My self-esteem was at its lowest. I can clearly remember the fear I was faced with every time I stepped outside. The way I shrank in public spaces, thinking that every passing glance carried a sense of judgment towards me. I was so afraid of people judging me that I did not realize that I was the one who was judging myself first. I had gradually developed a habit of blaming myself, tying every insecurity, every doubt to my inability of passing that exam. As if my entire self-worth was tied to that one exam. I had convinced myself that rest, happiness, moments of peace, hobbies were something that I didn't deserve. They were something that I had to earn by passing. And very slowly, without even realizing it, I stopped living. I was no longer doing the things I loved. I was holding myself back from them, thinking that they were a waste of time. I had started to treat myself as a failure before anyone else did. Suddenly, I was no longer the paintings I had created, the poems I had written, or the games I had once enjoyed. Suddenly, I was just a failure. I forgot everything I had ever been, everything I was capable of, and allowed this failure to take over my entire identity until it became the only way I saw myself. The thought of passing the exam felt like the only escape to me. So I had held on to it tightly and desperately for as long as I could, until I finally realized, a realization that was long pending. Somewhere along the way, I had crossed an invisible line, from where this exam stopped being a goal of mine and became a measure of my existence. It was not the exam results that mattered to me anymore. I was chasing the validation I would get by doing that. Now when I look back, I can't help but wonder what my younger self would think of me now. The version of me who thought that hard work would always lead to success. She would perhaps be disappointed. Maybe in ways more than I can imagine. But if I could speak to her even just once, I would tell her this, that I tried. I tried with all that I had in me, but still could not get her the thing she wanted. That no matter how hard we try, sometimes trying still ends in failure. That hard work does not always end with success. And that it's okay to fail. I would tell her that I am sorry. Sorry for not being able to protect the light she once used to carry in her eyes. And above all, I would tell her this, that I am tired now. Tired of carrying this weight, this guilt into every tomorrow. Tired of blaming myself every day. Tired of treating myself as a failure. So I want to leave it here in these words, this moment, this video, not because it doesn't matter anymore, but because it has mattered for long enough. Because I have carried it for long enough. So I place it here in my museum of failures as a reminder of what I was capable of enduring. As a reminder that every time it felt like an end, it wasn't. And from here on, I move forward, lighter than I've been in a long time. no longer dwelling on the person who I failed to become, but trusting who I am becoming. Someone who someday she would look up to and feel proud of.